The information station, KRMS, Osage Beach.
It's time for the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Lakefront Living Realty is Missouri's only real estate firm focused solely on lakefront and lake access properties, changing lives one lake house at a time. So let's talk the waterfront lifestyle. Please welcome owner-broker Annie Faulstich and her guests for today's program.
Welcome to the Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage, where we're changing lives one lake house at a time. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. We hope you can stay with us for this hour, but as always, if you're not able to catch the whole show or missed any previous shows, you can listen anytime on our YouTube channel, Lakefront Living Realty Missouri. If you're part of our crew following the show every week, thanks for coming back. This show truly is for you, the buyer, the seller, or the person who likes to stay involved in lakefront real estate market at Lake of the Ozarks. Each week, I like to talk about topics that typically affect both buyers and sellers, giving you listeners the answers to your most common questions. I will always continue to ask you to call the office or myself directly anytime with further questions you may have on one of the shows, or if there is someone or a certain topic that you would like to hear us cover. It is important to me to be bringing you valuable information on buying and selling lakefront or lake access property, as well as knowledge on the current real estate market. I will continue to bring in area experts in many fields to cover an array of topics, issues, and questions. So please do not ever hesitate to reach out with any questions or comments. You can always reach us at the office, 573-693-1613, or my cell phone anytime, 573-216-4350, or of course, lakefrontliving.com. Okay, so I'm not always right or psychic, although I have said several times on the show that I wish I was psychic, especially in real estate. But seriously, the last couple of months, that's all I've been talking about is the fall market and how we historically see the same amount of transactions or very close to the spring. Well, the temperatures are not the only thing hot right now. The second past Labor Day, we have seen a huge increase in contracts, interest, and sales. Seriously, both featured listings from last week's show that had gone on the market on Friday are both under contract today, both having multiple offers over the weekend. So, again, if you're considering selling, it is not too late, and spring is not always and only the best time to sell. We have a lot of willing and able buyers out there ready to find your home. Stay tuned to today's featured listing and do not hesitate to set up a showing because it very well may be gone by next week's show. I would love to send you our comprehensive Seller Success Guide. This gives you the secrets to our many years of knowledge and experience nationwide getting lake homes sold. As we do each week, I bring in local experts in different areas of lakefront real estate or lake homeowning to give you updated and or awesome new information that can make your home buying or selling transition much smoother, or fun things like to improve your already amazing lake home owning life. Today, I've got Curt Gordy with Smart Systems Gallery joining me in the studio. The products and technology we're going to discuss today can benefit any homeowner, but I feel really change the game for our lakefront homeowners. Curt, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here with you.
Yeah. Well, let's start off by giving our listeners a little background on yourself, Smart Systems Gallery, and how it is that you got to Lake of the Ozarks.
Had a communications company out of the Kansas City market and sold that back in 2000, and my wife and kids decided they wanted to move to beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. So we had a property down here, so they moved. I got our house sold in Kansas City, and then I came on down as well.
Awesome. So you guys were second homeowners here at the lake before transitioning?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that happens with a lot of our second homeowners. We see they spend a few summers down here, and the wife and kids say, let's move to the lake.
Yeah, it's been great. never realized how much we would enjoy the lake, and we like coming down on the weekends, but always thought, well, our jobs are always going to keep us in the bigger market or whatever the case is. And after we kind of made this move, it's the best move we ever made. We love the schools, we love the property, we love the areas, so
yeah,
real excited.
So did you have Smart Systems Gallery? Was that also in Kansas City, or is that new to the lake area?
That is new to the lake area. The business in Kansas City was tied mostly to just infrastructure cabling. Started getting into some property development and building some houses here in the lake market. And I was always into technology. I was working with some other people on those projects here. I was always into technology, so I decided to start playing around with some of the smart home products and those kind of things. And that was in like 2002, and just started growing since then.
Yeah, because that's really started to, I guess, develop and change, especially 2002 is kind of, I guess, when it, people even heard or understood what that meant, home theater, home technology.
Yeah, and obviously it's changed a lot since then, but even back then it was a big change for me because I'd just been working on kind of the cable portion of projects, mostly in a commercial environment, but this really tied it more to homes and controlling your security system, your cameras, your TVs, your audio, video, just kind of the basics getting started, where now, you can run the whole property with Alexa via voice control, it's your lighting, your thermostats, door locks, anything you want to control in your property, you can run, with an automation system.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm going to kind of break that down a little bit for our listeners. First, I want to talk about security systems and cameras. As the lake grows and changes, we may no longer have the quote-unquote cove mayor to look over everyone's homes and docks while away. That's what everybody relied on back in the day. They said there's the one full-time homeowner, and he's good. He's got his eye on my place, and that's as far as it went. But with homeowners traveling in from all over the country right now and real estate changing hands, it's more likely that you do not know all of your neighbors in your cove or on your street. And let's face it, the toys on the dock aren't what they used to be either. Possibly as much or more than the home itself.
Absolutely.
So give us a rundown of the home security options you most commonly do for lake homeowners, maybe starting on a minimal scale, up to top of the line.
Sure. I think probably everybody's familiar with some of the Ring products. I think is kind of a great starting place. They're a product that can just tie to a wireless network in your home or on your dock. And anytime there's motion on the dock, it can actually call you and start a video call with you. You can turn on lights to the product. You can set off sirens. So that's kind of a place that I start for people that, want to kind of get into it, but maybe don't want to spend as much money at that point. And it goes anywhere from, kind of starting there to complete security systems where you can have all the video from your dock, your property, outside, inside, whatever the case is, completely stored where you can access that both live view and any recordings. On our properties, what we do is there's alerts, the push notifications that can be sent to you if something happens on the property. Say there's motion or a door opens or whatever the case is. So it actually sends you a notification and a timestamp notification, and then you can go into your cameras right from your smart device and pull up that time, that minute, that second, and look and see what's going on the property at any time.
Okay. Are they all now associated with your smartphones? Even that the minimal, you talk about the Ring kind of setup and where people start. Is it now all set up to your smartphone? Or
I think almost any product you buy today, you would be able to tie to a smartphone or your PC or whatever the case is. Where we try to make a difference is we take all these things that your home can do and we tie it into one app. So everything, whether it's your cameras, arming, disarming your security system, looking at your cameras, pulling up recordings, it's all done from one platform. So that way, if back to door locks and security system, you can let people in and out of the property without giving out codes, which keeps your property more secure.
Yeah. Sounds like it. So that really is important. Oh, look, we're getting down to our break here. So that's kind of a good stopping point. I wanted to, when we come back from the short break, we'll continue talking a little bit more about that kind of home security, access control, and what all it is that Smart Systems Gallery has to offer. We'll talk to Curt Gordy when we come back, but be sure to look it up at smartsystemsgallery.com. Stay with us at the Lakefront Living Radio Show on News Talk KRMS. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Haley Glover, Realtor and Lakefront Specialist with Lakefront Living Realty at Lake of the Ozarks. You can find me at lakefrontliving.com, call 913-638-7798, or email me directly at Haley, Haley, at lakefrontliving.com.
Let me share with you how we differ from any other brokerage at the lake and how I can assist you to get your property sold.
They're back. Thanks for listening to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Here once again is owner, broker, realtor Annie Faulstich and her guests.
Welcome back to the Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. Again, I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. If this is your first time tuning in and you missed the first part of the show, welcome. We hope you can stay with us for the rest of the hour, but as always, if not, you're able to catch the whole show or any that you missed in previous weeks on our YouTube channel, Lakefront Living Realty Missouri. We've got Curt Gordy of Smart Systems Gallery in the studio with us today. Curt, thanks again for taking time out of your busy schedule and your weekend to be here. We've been talking about, started off with security systems and cameras, because of course I think that's probably the biggest topic that we deal with homeowners and the changes now with everybody coming in from around the country and owning second homes and vacation homes here at Lake of the Ozarks. It's nice to have those options where they can keep an eye on their property while they're gone. So we, just to kind of backtrack a little bit, if you missed off before the break, we were talking, kind of a minimal scale to top of the line options for people when we're talking about security systems and cameras. So anything else you kind of wanted to add to that?
No, I think when you get into cameras, you have lots of options, from spending really small amounts of money to big 360 pan tilt zooms where you can, have it scanning the property all the time, track motion, set off alerts if zones are broken inside the view of that camera, send you notifications and let you know that something's going on the property. So it's really completely scalable just based on what your needs are. I know when we lived in Kansas City, although we got to have fun and come down during the winter, one of the reasons that we would come down was just to, check out the boat, see that everything on the dock is okay, see that the house is okay. And these things help with those issues. I hate taking away reasons to come to the lake, but it's that way you can keep an eye on it on a day-by-day basis instead of, taking off down there a couple times during the winter and something being gone and really having no way to really figure out what happened on the property. So, they're a big help.
Yeah, I think it hits on so many different levels. I mean, not just security of your own property, safety, of course, but can save hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially instead of you having to wait for again, the Cove mayor or the one neighbor down the street, five houses down, happened, right. To see something.
Windows are broken out or whatever the case is.
Or it's flooded, anything. Your lift is down, and your boat has floated off, whatever the case may be. I mean, you hear those stories all the time. So,
and you can have it, with the automation systems, you can have those things taken care of. You could, if the lift goes down, it can send you a push notification. Whatever the case is, you can set sensors around the property that anything that happens, you really will be notified in real time of whatever you want the system to let you know about.
Yeah, then hopefully you're calling Bob the Cove Mayor, Bob is your the Cove Mayor to come help you out before things get worse.
To run over and take a look.
Have
Absolutely.
you seen quite an increase over the past few years in lake homeowners deciding to add types of security systems and cameras to their lake home?
I think that's really where most of the conversations start when you get into doing home automation is the security pieces, the access control. So that way, there again, like I said earlier, it was if you want to let somebody into the property, you can open the garage door, unlock the door, shut off the security system. All that is something that you have control for from wherever you are in the world. So that way, codes for your property. I know a lot of people give out their garage door code or give out, tell somebody where the key to the door is. Well, in my opinion, that's just asking for your property to get broke into because that information gets out. It gets passed around all the time.
Every week, somebody tells me where their hidden key is under the deck and
right. So you take the home automation package and you put it in a property like that, then you have total control over the access to the building. You never have to give it out. Obviously, you can share it with your family or the app. That's up to you. It can be passed on, but that information that you really don't want to be shared can all be tied right to your system, and you're controlling it. So somebody passes on a code to your door, they can't get into your property. We've had customers that's the exact reason they called us is, somebody found out where their key was, or somebody had the garage door code and came in after hours and emptied out the property.
Well, that's what I was going to talk about next too, was access control, because I think that's a big topic. I think people also on that security and cameras, for myself in particular, in the past, everybody just felt like it was unreachable. I mean, you really had to have thousands of dollars and, a multi-million-dollar home to have security cameras and security systems in their home. And I believe anyway, tell me if I'm wrong, but that has really changed. I mean, it's become, with technology changing, it's become more affordable for really anywhere across the board.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can spend what you want, but you can get into small packages with smaller automation systems, and that's one of the reasons the products that we use is it's completely scalable. So you can take a really small investment and put it into the property, and like I say about the push notifications and those kind of things, that's the product that actually sends all that, out to you, that gives you that access to hit everything with the app and open the garage door and shut off the security system. So you can start on a very minimal scale or minimal investment to get these types of products into the facility. And then as you decide you want to do more, I want to control lighting or thermostats or audio, video, it's all just added on pieces on top of it.
Yeah. With any of these, the security side of it, does somebody have to have a monthly, subscription to a certain platform, or can they, just use the product that you put in? How does that work?
Well, and tied to the security system specifically, that's really what our products allow you to do is, hey, I don't have to pay that $30, $40, $50 a month to have it monitored, because basically I become the monitoring station myself, because if something happens, if a door opens, if the alarm is triggered, whatever the case is, then those push notifications go directly to me. Yeah. If I want them to. Now, obviously, the systems can be monitored by a monitoring station as well. But if I want to just have that information come to me and I decide how to handle it, whether I'm calling the neighbor or I decide to call the police or whatever the case is, so that you don't have that monthly recurring fee for that security monitoring system.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think a lot of people don't realize that, or at least I didn't myself. You no longer have to have then multiple third-party outsourced systems or things going on. You actually become the one making that decision.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about access control. This topic, of course, for the homeowner, but I see more and more owners are taking advantage of short-term vacation rentals on their properties. What advantage can this have for a full-time or someone who rents their house, which we kind of briefly touched on a little bit, but that access control, I think, is huge. Like we just talked about the hidden key, but few weeks back, we really talked a lot about vacation rentals and different folks that are choosing to short-term rent their lake home or their condo when they're gone. What products or systems do you have or advantages that could be?
Yeah, I think back to the notifications, so the door locks that we put on properties, anytime that lock is opened, then it sends you a push notification. Well, the great part is, let's say it's got code 1999 on it today. Well, that was the code for this customer to get in from your phone wherever you are in the world. Okay, that customer's come and gone. It's been locked and unlocked, so they're out of the property. Well, now you can log into that lock from your phone into the system and change the code. So if you're in Kansas City and you say, hey, okay, this is your code for the day, you're here at the vacation property, tomorrow, guess what? The codes are completely different. Those people cannot come back and use the same codes to get into the property.
Yeah, we had Your Lake Vacation on the show a few weeks back, and I know, he even discussed, as the property manager that's overseeing those properties, how much easier it is for them to know that the homeowner is changing those codes. They no longer have to meet the renter at the property at 4:00 on Friday and give them the key, and then track them down on Sunday at 11, shuffle everybody out of the house to get those keys back. It just makes everything much more efficient, but not only that, safe. And then really that's what most people are concerned about, is the safety of their product while in their home or condo while they're not there and somebody else that they don't know is using it. So, well, that music means it's, again, time for another short break, but I'm excited. So stay with us, because Curt with Smart Systems Gallery is here again talking with us. And after the next break, I want to talk about a few things that are important to us. We've talked about in the past Dock Lifeguard and some new areas where smart systems can even increase the safety of your dock lifeguard, and some dock bars also. So stay with us at Lakefront Living Radio Show at News Talk KRMS 1150 AM and 97.5 FM, 103.3 FM, and now on HD3 at 93.5. We'll be right back.
They're back. Thanks for listening to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Here once again is owner, broker, realtor Annie Faulstich and her guests.
Welcome back to Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. Again, I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. If you missed any part of the first show, you can always catch us on our YouTube channel, Lakefront Living Realty Missouri, where you can catch any previous episodes as well. But if you stayed with us, I'm sure you've gathered some really good information on home audio and security systems. We've got Curt Gordy with Smart Systems Gallery in the studio with us today. Curt, thanks for staying with me so long.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I know you're a busy guy, but you guys really have so much interesting information, not only, but things that you do with your company. I know even from ourselves personally, using you at our own home, boy, it really does change. You think back, what did we do before these conveniences? It's good and bad, but it really does give you peace of mind as well. I mean, when you've got little kids, I mean, we're talking a lot today about homeowners who have a second home, vacation home, and live elsewhere, and that security and comfort, peace of mind that it gives to them. But this is also for, the full-time homeowner as well. And that, that's what we are, children are not, but it does give you not only convenience, is probably the number one reason most people choose to put the audio, the home theater system. This morning at our house, we have early mornings, with little ones at the house and getting everybody going. We had the entire home system going at like 6:30 this morning hoping to get everybody up and out the door.
That's the new alarm system.
It really was. That's exactly what it reminded me of. We got everybody's, windows, the shades opened, and Jesse just cranked up the stereo system. It's like, oh, they're going to love this. Okay, well, and yeah, he did it from, the comfort of his phone throughout the house and the kids' room too. So it's funny, just a lot of those conveniences, but really, it comes down to what's, most dear to our heart, and what we talk about most of the time is just the safety mechanisms, peace of mind. And again, what we mentioned about potentially saving homeowners, hundreds of thousands of dollars if their home is in any type of, disarray or disrepair. But let's get further into this, because these are the two things were, two of the many things that you do that I think have become so popular. A few shows back, I had Dave Hotz on talking to us about Dock Lifeguard. I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah, what an amazing product that is. That was a really cool show, and he gave us so much information. I mean, to think only a small investment you make to save the lives of your friends and your loved ones. So tell me a little bit. I just learned more about this, which we have a Dock Lifeguard, but we're going to need to talk to you about the alert system. Your lovely wife, Shauna, told me that you have something that you work directly with Dock Lifeguard to add on, an add-on feature.
Yeah, and Dave's a great guy, and we actually rent our facility from Dave, so he's our landlord. So I got to be nice to Dave. Yeah. But actually, we talked originally when we started working with Dave, and with the automation system, one of the things that, my wife told me I had to get a Dock Lifeguard on my dock, or she wasn't letting any of us near the water anymore, because it's just one of those fears. And, we have lots of grandkids, and it's,
Shauna
she
has
wanted to make sure they're
dock
safe.
Rules.
Yes, absolutely. Don't mess around on Shauna's dock.
Only before 5.
Yeah.
And so, we kind of took a look at it and talking to Dave, and they actually gave us a way where we could tie the dock alert to our automation system. So back to notifications. If there's any current in the water, then what it does is it actually, once it triggers the Dock Lifeguard, we have it where it sends you a push notification and allows you to, whether you're in Kansas City or St. Louis or wherever, that you would know that something's going on around your dock, so you could get electricians or whoever over there to take a look and see what's going on. So that's the added feature that we bring to the Dock Lifeguard product, is that notification piece.
Yeah, we didn't even think about that. And during the show when I was talking to him, and I guess you assume, obviously the Dock Lifeguard mechanism itself goes off. And the concern is if anybody's around in the water, but if it is a neighbor's dock or somebody else's dock that goes off and nobody's around, or nobody knows who the guy is whose dock's 3 docks down that's going off, that I guess is the concern. He doesn't know that it's going off. He's in Nebraska, so somebody's got to try to figure out who it is that owns that home, find their phone number.
Well, and I think one of the other cool features is, say, like, there's something specific that's causing the issue. I know Dave was telling me a story of anytime someone turned their clothes dryer on in their house, it was setting off their Dock Lifeguard. So with a system that's notifying you anytime, something specific happens, like, hey, every time I turn my boat lift on, I get a notification. So it's one of those things that helps you track what's going on with the system as well.
Makes me think of Chevy Chase and the Christmas Vacation. Yeah. They're trying to figure out why the lights don't work. Helps you narrow that down a little bit more,
Absolutely.
I'm assuming. But again, yeah.
But as far as for, water safety, all of us have heard just the horrible stories of, people being hurt or killed here at the lake from electricity, and for a really small investment, it just makes you feel safe.
Yeah, that's what's so exciting to me. Being a lake lover and a lakefront homeowner and family and friends, I feel like homeowners need to just make those small investments to have that peace of mind and security. Again, it's a small investment to really keep the lives of your friends and loved ones safe so that we can all really enjoy the lake for what it is, and that, we start to no longer hear about as many horror stories. So
Absolutely.
It's exciting to me to know that the technology is changing and heading in that direction. I love it.
And I Dave and the dock lifeguard, that system has made the lake much safer for everybody, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really has. We even said, I hope that someday in the future we can see those mandated. We've come such a long way with the Dock Electrical, and that's who we had on the show with him also, talking about Ameren and the Electrical Association, how that's new to the lake area. They're really putting a lot of emphasis on that. And I can only hope to see that the dock lifeguard is mandated for every dock on the lake.
Absolutely.
Another area of your business that I did not want to miss out on today was the crazy custom-built grill and entertainment systems, is what you call them, the grilling and entertainment systems that you install on docks, or I'm assuming also like outdoor patios.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I've seen these in person, and I actually have personal clients who love them. So thankfully I've been able to take advantage myself of enjoying them on friends and clients' docks. So I didn't want to miss out on talking about that, because the outdoor living space now at lake homes has become just as important as the indoor space, sometimes if not more.
Even more, yeah. Absolutely.
I know. Honestly, I can't tell you how many buyers or homes that we look at or sell, and everybody automatically goes straight to the deck anyway, and outside
the deck,
when
dock,
they come,
yep.
Come to the lake, because that's what they're here for. So making that extension has just become a rapid growing trend. Everybody's wanting to add on to their outdoor space. So tell me a little bit more about that, your grill and entertainment system, how yours is a little bit different. I wanted to talk about cost, maybe your different options, and materials. I think those are things that people look at when they're
I think the biggest issue for us, we were actually looking at putting one on our dock, and we looked at, had some contractors come in and took a look at it, and just a lot of things. The cost seemed really crazy to us, and wood construction on the docks and outdoor areas, which I just think over time is the wrong way to go. So we did some research, and we found some metal systems. So all of our outdoor systems are metal construction. You order them in kits and packages to any size and shape that you want. You can come in and basically put the pieces together, work with us on a design no matter what you want for your facility. Then you pick your any finishes that you want on the grill and bar, the type of barbecue, the type of products that you want to put inside it, and then we custom order all the parts and assemble it right there on your facility.
Very cool. Well, let's take another short break, but I want to continue talking about those grill and entertainment systems that you offer, because I do want to give the listeners a little bit more to go on. They are gorgeous. So stay with us at the Lakefront Living Radio Show, and then we come back. We always are going to talk about our featured listings, so you don't want to miss out on those, because, again, they may be gone next week. Stay with us at News Talk, KRMS, 1150 AM, 97.5 FM, and 103.3 FM. And now, don't miss on HD3 at 93.5. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Stacy O'Neill, Realtor and Lakefront Specialist with Lakefront Living Realty at Lake of the Ozarks. Call or email me directly to put my love for the lakefront lifestyle to work for you. Call 573-745-0946.
They're back. Thanks for listening to the Lakefront Living Realty radio show on News Talk KRMS. Here once again is owner, broker, realtor Annie Faulstich and her guests.
Welcome back to Lakefront Living Real Estate Show, your trusted guide to buying or selling property at Lake of the Ozarks, where every day is a lake day. Again, I'm Annie Faulstich, owner-broker of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. here we are kind of wrapping up the end of the show. It's been interesting and exciting to hear from Curt Gordy with Smart Systems Gallery, who's joining me in the studio today, talking about home electronics, home theater, security systems, cameras. We've talked about other options that they have for Dock Lifeguard, which has been exciting. We left off right before the break talking about their version of the dock bars, the outdoor grilling systems, which they call the Grill and Entertainment Systems at Smart Systems Gallery. So Curt was giving me a little information on, how they came up with this idea from your own personal experience, wanting a dock bar. And I do hear that a lot from exactly what you said. People want those, and then all of a sudden they have somebody over to look at the cost, and it's extremely high, depending on the product that you're using. But then again, also, what product do you use that's going to withstand the weather and outdoor fluctuation in our heat and cold. So I liked the idea of your metal framed options. Again, I've seen several of these dock bars myself personally, and do you have at least 2 on display at your showroom?
We have one at the showroom that's on display right now. Correct.
There's one there. So also, on that note, I'll tell you again when we wrap this up, but don't hesitate to stop by their showroom, Smart Systems Gallery on Business 54 in the Brandon Michael building. Tell me what's the suite?
A1.
A1.
Yes.
Stop by there and take a look at their products that they have on display. It gives you a good idea not only about, of course, these grill and entertainment systems, but also the different home audio systems and things that you can do inside your house. But back to those materials, I guess, and on those dock bars, anything else that you kind of wanted to talk about?
I think it's back to like the cost of doing these types of systems. I went crazy when I saw the estimates that I got. So what I loved about this was back to why we love our automation systems is they're scalable. So you can take and, whether you just want a small, barbecue area with a nice griddle next to it or whatever the case is, you can sit there and scale it to whatever you like. Pick your finishes, whether it's airstone or stucco or whatever the case is, based on the weight that you want it to be. I know on docks you have to be careful on how much these products or these systems weigh. So you can go through and pick the products, the finishes, the colors, everything, and we just build it specifically to your designs. We order the parts, shows up right there at your facility, put it all together right there on site, and you make it your own.
Yeah. So for docks, and I guess you're doing outdoor patios. I mean, would it be the same?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Wherever you'd like it placed.
Do you all then sell the products or have those grills and the different accessories that they want? Is that something that you carry or have for them, or do they have to go out and purchase themselves?
Absolutely. We have catalogs there where you can go through and pick, different size griddles, grills, pizza ovens, refrigerators, awesome. Any part that you want to put into your system. And then what we basically do is, based on what you want in there, then we help you come up whether you want a U-shaped bar or just a straight bar or an L or whatever the case is. We just work with you on placing all those pieces where you want them. Once we have that design put together, we send off to order all the parts. Usually takes 3 to 4 weeks to get everything in, and then construction starts right on your facility.
Awesome. I'm sure Shauna's there too to help you with all that.
She's way better at that whole
and
color
design,
granite finishes. Yeah, she definitely helps a lot with that. It's not something I'm good at.
Yeah. Well, give us, before we let you go, give us a rundown of any other services we haven't covered that you provide, just kind of a list of those. I've been to your website, and your scale of expertise runs wide, especially commercial. I know we talk lakefront, but Lake of the Ozarks has some of the most commercial lakefront you can find actually in the nation.
Yeah, I think we do a lot of work with, marinas, restaurants, corporations, both for presentation rooms for the audio, video control, touchscreens. I think when tying more to the lake area is, water systems. I think a lot of people get really concerned about flooding in the property. So that's one of the things we spend a lot of time on, is putting the automated water systems in. So we actually place sensors around the property, and anytime any of those sensors detect water, they actually shut off your water main and, of course, send you a push notification that something's going on the property. As well as, I think a lot of people do shut off the water when they leave. Well, if you forget, it's just another button on your smart device to shut that water main off. So I think a lot of people now is the latest craze is really getting into doing voice control for the system. So you can just walk into the house and say, I'm home, and it goes ahead and it turns your TV on to whatever station you want, starts your music, disarms the security system, whatever you want it to do, as part of the system. So, we really work with each customer independently based on their wants or their needs for their facility, and try to put a design together for them.
Yeah, I think that's what's so great. So tell the listeners, what is the best way to contact you?
The best way to get a hold of me is my cellular number, which is 816-215-2425.
Awesome. Well, Curt, thanks again so much for being with me.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah. Well, as always, each week I bring you new and exciting listings from Lakefront Living Realty, again, Missouri's only exclusive lakefront lake access brokerage. This week we listed another outstanding lake home in the popular neighborhood of Arbor Oaks in Sunrise Beach, a quiet, well-maintained neighborhood with gorgeous lakefront lots. This home has a flat driveway and only a few steps to the water. With a manageable patch of irrigated grass on the lakeside yard, you can see we are hitting on qualities not often found. So, Cove location at the 10-mile marker, you're near a ton of waterfront restaurants and entertainment. Updated kitchen and baths. This home gives you room for the whole family. It's a 5 bedrooms, 4 bath, so it's perfect for full-time with main level living or large groups on the weekend. There are 3 levels of composite or concrete decks and an amazing 3 seasons rooms off the kitchen. Hardwood floors and vaulted ceilings are inviting on the main level. 3 living spaces indoors and out give you plenty of entertaining space or room for large families to have space to get away. The one well concrete dock is included in the price as well. This 5-bedroom home with flat driveway and attached 2-car garage is aggressively priced at $549,900. And again, you can always find any of our listings on our Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, and always lakefrontliving.com. So we always talk about selling the lifestyle at Lakefront Living Realty. Home security and taking advantage of the technology today can not only make your lakefront lifestyle more convenient and fun, but it can keep one of the largest investments you've ever made safe, and best of all, give you peace of mind when you're not able to be at the lake. Think about what new gadgets or lifesavers you could be using at your home. If you would ever like to talk directly to one of our lakefront specialists regarding buying or selling, contact us directly through lakefrontliving.com and go to the Missouri page. You could be our next week's featured listing. If you're curious of the home value, please, I'm asking you, do not go to Zillow and get your Zestimate. Go to lakefrontliving.com and use our patented Calculator tool. That's right, Calculator tool. By answering a few questions on your property, it will give you an accurate market price range for your home. There, you can also sign up for our weekly newsletter, the Lake House Scout, or read our blog, Lake House Lookout, that are specific to Lake of the Ozarks. Weekly tips from myself are also available on our YouTube channel, again, Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. My family and I, we live and work to boat and enjoy all that Lake of the Ozarks has to offer. Real estate truly is my passion, so every day is a lake day. Next week, stay tuned with us. I have local builders, Glasscock Construction, and commercial lender Concordia Bank in the studio discussing new construction and building your lake dream home from the ground up. I will tell you about some of the great building lots that we are currently have available on the market and some new ones coming up, so you're not going to want to miss that. But until next week, enjoy your family and friends this weekend, and always stay safe on the lake. Once more, if you want to get in touch with us, you can always visit us at lakefrontliving.com. Call our office at 833 Lakefront. That's 833-LKFRONT or 573-693-1613. My cell phone is always open anytime, 7 days a week at 573-216-4350. So until next week, thanks for listening.
Tell a friend or neighbor to join you to listen in next week for the Lakefront Living Realty Radio Show. Visit their website for more information, including current listings and agent contacts. Lakefrontliving.com. That's lakefrontliving.com. Or give the office a call at 833-LK-FRONT. That's 553-7668. And join them next Saturday right here after the news at 11 a.m. on News Talk KRMS.